All right, guys. So I just wanted to do a quick, I guess like uh, post follow up. So I did see my doctor. I had my appointment today. And if you haven't seen my 7 months post exosomes update, go watch that. So I'm 7 months out from the exosomes treatment. I went to the doctor's. Today is September 6th, and I did my follow up with my doctor. I'm not getting a lot of feedback from her, which is, it's kind of, I feel like that tells me all I need to know about how the treatment is going. I feel like it's probably not going well if she's just not really telling me anything. Um, she did say something. I mean, I told her whatever I could tell her. I showed her the bruises that I've been getting. Um, and if you guys haven't seen the 7 month follow up, please go watch that. I showed her my eczema that I have on my hands. It's really bad. Um, I told her about some of the, you know, little tiny positive things that have been happening, and I will make a video about that for you guys. And I mean, overall, like I'm not as feeling as horrible as I was before, but I'm not seeing any improvement past where I was prior to the exosomes. And she just wasn't really telling me much, and so she mentioned something that kind of is bugging me a little bit. And so I may have said in what is that? It's like a towel or something. So I was aware, she did tell me before doing the exosomes that based on, I guess, the outcome or whatever, however much progress I make, um, there may be more. There may be additional treatment, like maybe an additional dose. Some people do start with four bags instead of three. I did the 3 bags. Some people start off with the four, but she said they just did 3 for me. So it sounded like there may be, she did tell me prior that there may be additional treatment. She also mentioned something called intranasal exosomes, where they are applied, I guess, through the nose, and she says they go directly to the brain and the hypothalamus and whatever. So I'm aware. I was aware of that there may be additional treatment, and I'm financially sort of like preparing myself for that. Today, she kind of brought that up again. She didn't mention anything about intranasal exosomes because those I think are a lower dose, I believe. Because obviously they're intranasal, you're not going to be able to get probably as many through that route. But they're effective, I guess, because they go directly to the brain. I don't know. I honestly don't even know. Well, she didn't mention that. She mentioned an additional dose. And she also mentioned that the entire treatment may need to be repeated. And I was like another 3 bags? And I think she said yes. Like, honestly, I feel like I drew a blank. Like, I feel like I've kind of blocked out the whole appointment because I got in my car and I literally like had no recollection of anything that had happened. Like, I just sat in my car, and I have another story that I'll record separately later. I just wanted to put this update. But I kind of got in my car and I was like, did I hear her correctly? Like, or did she just say I was gonna have to repeat this whole thing again? And I haven't told you guys how much it costs, which is why I'm like, no, there's no way that I'm gonna do another 3 bags. Number one, it hasn't 3 bags didn't do anything or haven't done anything as of right now, or anything significant. And to spend that amount of money again because the first round didn't do the trick is just, I mean, that's just criminal to me. It's just absolutely criminal. So, um, she told me my skin was glowing, which, yeah, my skin is fine, but I did not pay that much money for my acne to improve. I could have not paid anything, and fix my acne a different way. But um, yeah, I didn't like the vibe. I don't like the fact that she's not telling me anything. I did ask her if this treatment would continue to work after a year, like if it continues to do stuff after 1 year, because it just doesn't seem, even the flaring that I got from this treatment doesn't seem like it's going to come down to my baseline until even the end of the year. So I feel like if I saw any improvement, I'm not going to see improvement until after, like until post 12 months. And I told her, I said, is it possible to continue to see improvement, or for it to continue going beyond 12 months? And I think she said something like, yeah. But the follow up treatment, she said, after 6 months to a year, that's when we do additional treatment, or that's when they would repeat the treatment again. And I'm just like, there's no way. Um, Even if I have the money, I do have the money, but it's just absolutely criminal to me. I just don't, you know, it sounds like such a scam. And again, I wasn't expecting a cure. And she basically started telling me that as well. She's like, it's not something that's going to fix everything. And then she told me her own story that she had, you know, post vaccine, she had all these like aches and pains and issues, which again, I'm very skeptical about that kind of stuff. Do I believe that you can have side effects of the vaccine? Yes. But, it just, I don't like stories like that, because it's not, it's not an illness. If you had a reaction to the vaccine, you had a reaction to the vaccine. I mean, what can I say? But she said that she was suffering with a lot of pain, joint pain, fatigue, and that she did the exosomes. She did the same dose that I did and was feeling better. She could go upstairs and stuff like that. She wasn't 100%, but she was feeling better. And I'm thinking to myself, if the exosomes didn't even help, I mean, they helped her, but if they didn't fix whatever issues she had 100%, I doubt that they're going to do anything for me, in my case, because I'm so much more severe. But she told me that weird story, and I was just like, it's a very strange story. I don't think it's even comparable to my situation. Um, Almost like she was trying to convince me or to reassure me that um, it was going to work, or that this treatment does, in fact, work. And, my gut had told me from the very beginning. I mean, obviously, I didn't know who the product was from. I do know now. But, my gut had told me that guy, that researcher, was not trustworthy. He is legit, though. I'm not saying that he's, you know, not a real scientist. He is a real scientist. I think I have a video that either that I'm going to post or that we'll be posting um, in the next, in the coming months about this guy. Um, but I just, the whole vibe, I was like, this just doesn't, and I wasn't going to yell at her. I was just like, I understand my situation is complicated. I get it, but um, I don't want false hopes. She said, our goal is to get you like 50% better, 60% better. Yeah, that would be great, but I'm not even like at 20. I went from like 30 to 35% better down to like 20 to 25%. I'm still not where I was previous to this thing. And I told her about the IVIG, and she said, let's just leave it alone for now. She said, we'll figure that out later. So I was like, okay, it's going to be your job to figure that out later if I ever need it again. She just told me like just to let it go for now. So I'm going to be losing the authorization for that this month. So, I kind of feel like, if I do need it in the future, she's the one that's going to have to get it. She's the one that's going to have to be responsible for that. Um, I don't think I'm going to fall apart without it, but it's like I'm not getting any explanation for why these things are happening to me or why I'm getting these weird interactions, with the exosomes or anything like that. And she says, I told her, I said, I feel like the exosomes are still in my system. And she goes, no, they die off very quickly because they're not cells. And it's just that they reprogrammed my system, or I guess my system is trying to like do whatever the exosomes taught them to do. I don't know. But she said it's a very slow process. It can take a long time. It's little by little. And so I was just like, okay, whatever. But just the fact that she mentioned that I would have to do this all over again, the entire 3 more bags, I was like, that's just theft at this point. That's just, I don't know if she's getting anything. She actually said that she paid for her treatment because she got the same exosomes from this guy. I keep saying this guy like he's just the dude off the street. He's a researcher from a university here in Southern California. But she paid for her treatment. So he's not giving it for free to these doctors, because I know that he's treated like chiropractors and other people with these really big followings on Instagram and that kind of thing. So, she said that she paid for. I mean, I highly doubt that she paid as much as I paid. Like, I'm sure he's giving them like free treatments or discounted or something, because there's no way that she would have paid that much for this. Anyways, so I just wanted to let you guys know about that. I mean, I'm 7 months out. September would be month 8. So we're starting month 8. I don't know. I mean, I still have hope because this thing can continue to go on, for months and months. But I don't know. I don't know if I would do this again. I would be willing to do maybe like one more bag of this stuff, like another 100 billion exosomes, but I don't know if I would do the whole thing all over again. Like, honestly, that to me sounds like just stupid. Because if 3 bags, let's say it gets me 20% better, another 3 bags I would assume gets me another 20% of the weight. That's 40%. I mean, that's not really a lot for 6. You're looking at each bag is 100, over 100 billion. That's 6, over 600 billion. That's like 660 billion exosomes, and they're barely doing anything. It seems absurd to me, because these are massive doses. I haven't seen anybody, in the Facebook group that I'm in, or I haven't seen anybody doing these kinds of doses. And there have been people that have gotten positive results from much smaller doses. So I'm not exactly sure what, like what is going on here. That was the other thing too, that she was telling me the dose. She was trying to like remember the dose, and she was like, yeah, it was like 3 billion. We give you like 3 billion or 6 billion. And I'm just like, it was 300 billion. And she's like, oh yeah, it was 300 billion. And I'm just like, I don't even, everything is just so sketchy. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. I don't, I sound stupid, to be honest. I feel like I sound like I made just a huge mistake. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. She doesn't know what she's doing. This other guy doesn't know what he's doing. And that's what it feels like to me. Like, that's exactly what this feels like. And I don't know. I feel terrible giving you guys like horrible information, or giving you guys the wrong impression of this treatment. I do believe that they're real exosomes. I do believe that I was infused with real exosomes, not just like a fake bag of saline. Because my body did react to, and it continues to react to the treatment. Not, I mean, I guess in the beginning it was kind of an extreme reaction, but at this point it's like more of a mild reaction. So I don't know. Like I don't know. I feel like maybe the dosage is off. Maybe it's, I have no clue. I am very tempted to contact this gentleman, this researcher, but I am holding myself back because only God knows what I'm gonna say. Like I honestly, I came back, half like by the time I got closer to my house in the car, I was starting to feel kind of upset and then kind of angry, and I was just like, don't act on this right now. Like just get home, chill out, and then gather yourself and then figure out what you want to do. I am curious, like I do wish that I could get some of his knowledge on this situation, but at the same time it's like he already has my money. He could care less like what happens to me at this point. And he gives me that kind of a vibe. From what I've seen of him and from the little bit that I know of him, I feel like it's kind of a money type of situation. So, anyways, I don't want to keep rambling on because the rest of this is irrelevant. I will have more videos coming. I just have to upload them and schedule them and stuff. So, stay tuned for that. I think right now my videos are like at one a week because I kind of ran out of videos. I know I was doing two. I think I was doing Tuesday and Thursday, but I've depleted like my backlog of videos. So you might just be getting one video a week for a while, and then my exosomes updates and any of this like appointment. Oh, and I don't even have a follow up until December with this doctor. So I'm not gonna have another one of these doctor follow up videos for a while. But yeah, I'll try to get you guys whatever content that I can, but as of right now, it's probably gonna go down to like one video a week. So just, stay tuned for that. I want to keep posting and uploading videos for you guys. But yeah, anyways, sorry about the long video. This was only supposed to be, like 5 minutes, but anyways, I'll see you guys very soon.